so this is going to be part 3 of different strategies and techniques in building stealth fires. Going back to part 1 where I was using these jumbo-sized tea candles, and I was trying to use this large-sized soup can to have the teacup light candle at the bottom as the heat source, the single flame, to put about half a can's worth of water in here, and using the single can directly on it inside this can to isolate the heat to boil that water. Let's see how well that works. First, we got to punch a couple holes in the can, of course. Okay, this time I'm going to give this can, the vegetable can, wings on the side, which will allow it to sit on top, and it will hold it in place, which will also give it a little bit of room so that this will be, well, as you'll see. You know, I'm going to just save this one for a future project. I'll just go ahead and use this can from previously. It's already got all the holes in it. It's ready to go. A little bit dirty, that's okay. Just drop the candle in there like that. Just handy dandy quick ladder. Or you could use a long stick match or a stick that's on fire, but anyways, there we go. Got that lit. Now I'm going to set this directly on top of it. Make sure it didn't smother out the flame, of course. I'm going to add some water. Have a can. And it's a beautiful day in the apocalypse. It's getting a little bit dark. I don't think you can even see me. Ah, hello. Well, as you may have guessed, that snuffed out that candle flame. So, I just punched a few holes in the can with a little handy dandy steak knife. You know, just hold it between your feet, between your shoes like this. Kind of give it a little twist when it's in the can. Watch your feet, of course. I don't advise to hold onto it with your hand in case you accidentally come down on your hand. Make sure you have a first aid kit available, of course. Okay, that should be plenty of airflow right there. Just punch a few holes in it. See how this works. Now, of course, because you punched holes inward, you got to kind of twist it to make it fit. Make sure that you'll be able to pull the can back out. So slide it in and out a few times just to make sure. Okay, we should be good to go. Ooh, that's hot. Don't ever put that back in your leg while it's hot. I'm being serious. Okay, put the water back in here again. Okay, now it should have proper airflow. If you look right there, you can see the candle is going beneath the can. It's working. And once again, for the lid, I'm going to set a can on top of it to lock in the heat, keep the steam from evaporating. Assuming, of course, that this single candle flame is going to heat up this water to produce steam. We will see. That is the point of this experiment. I wanted to continue this experiment, so we will see if it is a success. Alright, so if this experiment with the candle is successful in boiling this water, then I'm going to add these acorns that I had previously boiled, but I only boiled them once, and that wasn't effective enough in removing the tannins, so when I went to eat it, it was still bitter. Trying to correct that so I can eat these and enjoy them. So if this water does begin to boil, I'm going to add these to that for about 5 minutes or so. Boil, boil, bubble, 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 boil, boil, come on water, bubble, bubble, bubble. Of course, my original intention was to isolate the heat and contain it within the can but then that snuffed out the candle flame because it wasn't high enough off the ground or whatever. So I punched the holes in here to better that airflow, but that also allows the heat to escape, so it may not be effective in warming up that water at all. It's already been a few minutes. Still waiting on it. And this is the can that I used for part 2, the inverted stealth. Ooh, look at all this char. Ooh, yeah, because I poured my water through the holes when I snuffed it out. I left these holes right here, poured the water through it. Spit it out, and I got this char. Nice. There we go. How about punching some holes in this can? Let's see, I could either cut the bottom off and feed the wood in through there. I'm thinking maybe a hole right here in the front, because it already has. If I remove this plug right here, then that could be the chimney, see? The smoke escape, that is. Alright, well, if you look at this can right here, it says, danger, do not puncture this can, right? But as you see, somebody already did that, and it didn't explode. So, I'll take this and place it between my legs. And here's this handy dandy hammer here to give it a good wallop, right? Safety glasses on first, of course. Okay. Right, I'm going to give it a good whap right here. X marks the spot. Okay, ready? 3, 2. It's going to be pretty loud, probably. Oh man, all that did was dent it in. That didn't puncture it at all. Come on. Almost got it. Not really, that's a little bitty hole. I need to enlarge it like that. Well, as you see, I've enlarged the hole. The more I do, the more it dents up the can. This may not be very practical. I'm going to scratch this. It's making a lot of noise anyways. I think I'll probably better go. Look at those chemtrails all across the sky. Anyways, as you see, the candle's still going inside here. Oh yeah, it's got steam coming off it. It's working. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Add the acorns now. See the steam coming off of there? Look at that. Oh yeah. Off of one single little bitty candle flame, y'all. I kid you not, right there. You see that? One isolated little bitty candle flame. See the steam coming up? It may not be boiling all the way, but it should be effective enough for what I'm trying to do. These have already been pre-boiled anyway, so I'm just trying to boil the remaining tannins out of there so they're not quite as bitter. It was nice, it was good, but then the aftertaste, once it reaches the back of your tongue, those bitter taste receptors, you're like, no, so anyways. And also, because a lot of the heat is escaping outside the little holes in the can, you can actually feel the warmth out to about here. So then a foot, even through those little bitty cracks, even though it's only that much of a heat source coming off of that little bitty flame from one jumbo-sized tea light candle, it's giving out some heat. It's not like freezing cold out here, but it is cool, you know, we're in the fall. So anyways, there you go, y'all. And as always, be safe, be careful, stay safe, and God bless you. Okay, so if you can see the size difference here, this is the original dog food can. I left it sitting out, it got rained on, it's all rusted up now. Anyways, and this is the one that I used for the inverted. As you see, it's a little bit larger, right? See the width of this one, and the height is, well, it's a little bit taller, but it's definitely wider. See? Anyways, oh yeah, time to stir the acorns. Smells good. I'm gonna save this one. I like the curvature it has. Look at that. That's perfect for your thumb. You could use this as a spoon. Nice. This, of course, is fat wood. I prefer that because it burns real good. Okay, so this candle flame technique right here was not quite hot enough to get it to a full boil. However, it's hot enough to get it nice and steamy, and hopefully it will. As you can see, the water is dark. It's no longer clear. It's not just because it's getting dark outside. It's turning brown. So I believe it should have successfully removed the remainder of the tannins that will make these bitter. Now I'm going to move on to starting a secondary fire and roast these acorns. And for that, I'm going to use the still stove that I used invertedly. I'm not going to do it invertedly. I'm going to go ahead and do it like I normally would. Start a fire and let it come up this way. That's what all this wood is for. So, okay, so use the brick, hold the cotton ball in place, and look at that, 2 strikes. That's the way it should be done. I don't know what was wrong with using that knife the last time. Anyways, I'm going to drop this right down in there. Let it take hold. I already got some kindling down in there. I'm going to drop another cotton ball down in there just to get it going. There you go. It doesn't take long to get a fire started, does it? Add some more wood. Feed it real good. It also provides some heat because it is cooling down. It also provides some light because it is getting dark. That being said, I'm going to have to try to be stealthy and keep this from being too visible. But once I put the pan on top of here with the acorns, that should hide the remainder of the fire for the most part. I want to make sure that it has enough to feed it before I put the pan on there. Again, be careful always. Don't put your hands in the fire like you see me do. Okay, put the pan on here, make sure it doesn't snuff it down. Alright, good deal. Now, let that burn some. Those flames are reaching a good 3.5 feet into the air. And put the pan on the fire and hopefully it doesn't snuff it out all the way. There you go. I'm going to dump the acorns into the pan. And believe it or not, the candle is still going inside this, even though I've been tossing it around upside down and everything. Look at the steam coming out of there. It's still heating up the can. It was stuck inside there because of the holes. I wasn't able to remove it, but I think I could put out the candle that way. There we go. Wow, look at all that fire though. All right, here we go. Roasting the acorns. It's nice and toasty. Seriously. Well, fire will always provide heat, obviously. Alright. Got a little stirring spoon stick. Whoa! Hold on. This is where you want to use your safety glove so you don't burn yourself. There you go. Oh yeah, they are roasting up nicely. Roasted acorns on an open fire. Actually, I'm trying to contain it, but it still escapes out of the holes, as you see. And there you go. Acorns roasting on an open fire. You want to remember to stir them periodically so they don't burn though, or stick to the bottom of the pan. Good time to add your salt. Well, it still retains some of the moisture before it roasts too much. I usually add about 3 good pinches. Just 2. There you go. I had them salted previously, but then of course I gave them the second rinse to soak the tannins out. And I'm assuming that they should be nicely roasted right about now. They look really, really good. Don't want to get too close to the fire. As I previously stated, be careful, stay safe, God bless you. And this has been another episode of Prepping for the Apocalypse. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Now get out there and, well, roast some acorns. But don't let them burn. Like these are right now. I left them on the fire for a little bit too long. Let them cool down. Alright. And of course, before you go rolling off, you always want to make sure you put out the fire. I demonstrated when you're using the wax candles, you don't want to add water to that because that will ignite it instead of putting it out. But this is a wood fire, so a little bit of water, just a barely splash in it will put it out. There you go.